Hey freshmen, it's the counselors coming to talk with you today. Today we're going to have you use Naviance once again to do an activity to continue to have you build your personal learning plan to ultimately help you find your right fit for after you graduate. If you recall, Naviance Family Connection is a web-based tool that you can find linked from the high school website that's going to store and offer you all kinds of information about yourself, your skills, your interests, your abilities to help you plan for after high school and find your right fit. Earlier in the fall, we talked with you right away about making high school count. Taking a step back right now, how are you doing with that? Are you making it count? Are you doing your best work? Are you using the abundance of resources and options available to you at Eden Prairie High School? Are you making this place as great as it is? If not, it's not too late. If so, keep doing it. We really encourage you to make this place the great, spectacular high school that it is and utilize the resources and do your best. One of the things that helps with that is setting goals. And we used Naviance Family Connection to help you set a goal earlier this year that helped you decide what kinds of grades you wanted at the end of term 1, if you'll recall. We had you follow the mnemonic device of an RPM plan. Result is knowing exactly what you want, and for the activity that we did earlier this year, you had a result of certain kind of grades you wanted at the end of term 1 for each class period. The P was purpose. Why did you want those grades? Why was it important to you? And the M was a massive action plan, the action steps that you needed to do to get those grades. We're wondering how you did. Did you follow your action steps and meet your goal? If so, awesome. If not, it's not too late again to create a different goal. We really want you to continue setting personal and academic goals on Naviance, and there is a drop-down for term 2 for you to create another goal for how you want your grades to be at the end of the term. Today we're actually going to use Naviance again to start to build a resume. All of this fits together nicely if you think about it. We want you to make high school count, and to do that it makes sense to set goals, and in order to if you set goals and reach them, you can put that on your resume. So you might be saying to yourself, why would we be talking to you about a resume right now? Typically when I ask students what's a resume and what's it for, they think it's for adults. Really it's not. It's going to tell your story, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. Before we do that, we want you to imagine that it's 10 to 15 years from now. And we want you to imagine and visualize your dream career. What are you doing? Where are you working? How are you contributing to the community? Think about the kind of job that you're going to have that makes you happy. And some of you might be saying, I don't know, and that's okay, and that's what high school is about, exploring. And again, Naviance is going to help you with that. And if you have done some things in high school thus far and are doing it, it's important to start to build a resume because it's going to be able to tell your story and store it for you so that you can use that document for all kinds of things. So if one thinks about it, a lot of you know what a resume is, but if you tried to define it, what would you say? If you look it up, Wikipedia, Google, whatever, it's a summing up, a brief written account of personal, educational, and professional qualifications and experience as that prepared by an applicant for a job. Why would you need that now, you might ask? Well, the reason for that is we really think that you can use this for applications for jobs as a high school student, applications for when you are applying to college, applications for scholarships, because believe it or not, even on Naviance you can find scholarships 9th through 12th grade, some free money. And it's also given to people who write a recommendation for you so that they can tell the story of you that's more than they know in the classroom or in a counseling setting or what have you. A resume tells your story. Unlike your transcript, which is just your grades, a resume is going to say what you did in high school. It's going to be able to account for all the things that you did to learn about yourself, all the things that allow you to learn more about your skills and interests and abilities, the things that you did to contribute both inside and outside this school building. So one of the great things about starting a resume right now is it's going to help you think about and set goals for the different kinds of things you might want to try to do and start to get involved in here at Eden Prairie High School. You might want to volunteer, so go into the outreach room. You can learn about some volunteering opportunities. You might get a job off campus. You might consider athletics or activities or doing it now. We want you guys to get involved in this place, again, to make it count and to make it continue to be great, but it's more important for you to get involved in things that are passionate for you so that you learn about yourself and affirm different career paths or college paths that you might be pursuing. We are so proud of the different activities, clubs, groups, musical, athletic opportunities you have available to you, and we really want you to think about the different things you might want to try in high school and then record that you did it on a resume. So resume is going to be, again, a summing up. It's going to tell your story beyond your grades. So today we're actually going to have you start to build a resume, and we really encourage you to have it only be for 9th through 12th grade. So this is not something you're going to start and finish today. It's going to be a working document. So after we're done with this conversation, you're going to actually go on to Naviance Family Connection. You do so by going to the high school website, and you click on Quick Links. Then you click on Naviance, and you click on Login. If you'll recall, your username is your student ID, so you're going to go ahead and punch that in. And your birth date is as such, as indicated here, month, day, and year, full year with backslashes. So I'm going to plug in 4/15/2015 and log in. Couple of friendly reminders. We do a good job every month sending you out all kinds of options, opportunities, and information to your appropriate class. So take a look at this from time to time. It's got some great announcements and that sort of thing. Make sure in the About Me tab that we are sending it to the right email address, and that's under your profile. So make sure your email address is there, and add it if not by clicking on this pencil. One other reminder is when we set goals with you, you click on the Goals tab under the About Me file or the tab, and we do have a Term 2 grade goal that you can make right now. Picturing what grades you want at the end of the term and putting them there, why that's important to you, and the action steps you're going to take, add it. But make sure you look at it. It's going to be a great reminder to see if you're taking the action steps. Guaranteed if you do these 3 components, you'll get your goal. Use it for personal goals as well. So today we are going to go to the About Me tab, and again this is something that you're going to continue to build 9 through 12 to tell your story of the things that you were involved in high school. You're going to be able to select from a whole host of options of what you want to include on your resume. If you can change the objective based on if you're using it for a college or a job application or a scholarship and add that to your resume. All of you today can put in your education, so put your school, location Eden Prairie High School diploma, start date, and you're going to again add these things at the end. It's going to build your resume. If you have done any volunteering work, you can click on volunteering and add in those experiences. You want to do an entry for each one, and it's oftentimes helpful to start with the most recent to latest and follow that format for each heading that you have. So if you have volunteering and you start with the most recent, you want to go down. And if you go to, let's say you're involved in athletics or athletic achievements, you would again do the most recent and down. So do the ones that count for you right now. If you have any work experience, education, you all do. You'd put that in as reference. The volunteering, any extracurriculars, any awards you've received, and you don't have to do them all. It's building it to fit for you, and you're going to put the grades of participation, and again, we really want you to focus on it being 9th through 12. You're going to add it to your resume and continue to build this. Gives you some tips over here in the corner, and when you're done with that as a senior or whenever you are ready, in fact I had some 10th graders build a resume to use for National Honor Society application. They were able to add in all their different things that they did in 9th and 10th grade, and they were able to print it and use it for that application. So it's got a whole host of options for you. So we want you to begin this resume, and again know that it's not going to be done today. You're going to keep adding to it. So if I go back to our PowerPoint, a resume is going to look like that, and again all kinds of things it can include, but put the ones that are pertainable to you. Build it 9 through 12 and update it often, so start building it now. Again, we really want you to access Naviance as much as possible, and we really hope that you're using it to be able to make high school great. And until next time, we hope that you're going to start building your resume, achieve your goals, and do your best work. Thanks for your time today. Enjoy.